We're back. Sorry, hold on. I'll be right back. My Victorian child constitution is catching up to me. Okay. Lost in the zone of antiquated copyright law. That's right. I took Fat's Wall out of my playlist, so it won't happen again. Hopefully. Oh, I have a nasty ass cough, dude. All right. Okay, we'll tell the ravers about Suna. Prayer books left open. Exit from the Peregrinatus and Litany of Love. I can tell one of you guys. Oh, hold on. What's the tape we have? It's been a bit since I've played, so I don't quite remember. Real magnetic tape. Oh. Oh yeah, I think we've had this for a while. You know, we're not gonna give him the door gunner magnetic, so it's very not hardcore. Large-headed youth has closed his eyes, lost in the music. Sensing you, he opens them. Good morning, Tycoon. Yeah! He shouts, apparently unaware of the time of day. Found this reel of tape. Maybe we can use it to hard up Van Eyck's jam. Yeah, remix time. His voice booms through the church. He takes the through the church, but we're not in the church. We're not in the church, guys. Guys, I think I found a bug in your writing. I think the game thinks they're in the church right now. His voice booms through the church. He takes the tape and attaches it to the empty reel slot. Tape goes here into deck B. He clicks a switch and the tape starts spinning. Hand on his ear, he listens to the audio through his headphones and shouts, "Wow!" His face lights up with delight. "Did you get this from Arno himself?" A great excitement is bubbling on the surface within him. This is big. Oh yeah, it was in the tree. No, actually, I found it tangled up in a hawthorn tree. Listen, I'm just gonna show it to you. Ready? Ready. Oh. Oh, now we've got something. Now this is music. Whoa, hear that? He wipes his brow. The signs match perfectly. If only we had a beat for the full assault, it would be unbelievably hyper. Intriguing. The way I see it, Van Eyck based his remix on some famous original piece. Like a folk song? Something local. Seems he found an initial part with the main melody. I think it's just happenstance, chaos in action, contingencies of our limited existence. That and Egghead's fantastic talent. He nods to his friend behind the turntables. Something mysterious is going on here. Maybe Arno van Eyck lives around here and just threw a part of his song away because he thought it was shit. Yes. Be how it may, if it fits, it fits. Pumps his fist in the air. Bring up the volume. What about the bass? The bass. I called it bass, Jesus Christ. Do you have any ideas for that? Andre looks back at you. Yeah, I remember, you said it needs more bass. Yes, leave it without the bass track. Honestly, nothing springs to my mind right now, but I'll see if I can come up with a solution down the lane. You're the warrior of dance music. Yeah, we need to make this jam hardest core. Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't figure it out. I think the jam's already pre-altered. No. We need to get the bass. We need the bass. This song will be hardcore. Okay, this thought is extremely niche, but I'm just going to take it because I'm insecure. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it'll melt. Or personal favorite, frequency something radio weapon. None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you. So yeah, +2 hand-eye coordination against enemies in FT500 armor. That sounds completely useless considering this game has no combat system at all to speak of, but it is very useful for one specific scenario at the end of the game. Near the end of the game, at least. I don't know. Do I have to, like, wait a day, I guess, for the movie? Talk about the church again? Ah, here we go. Gotta go deeper in the dialogue tree, that's what it is. Good news, I managed to convince Suna. She's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition, she needs your speakers for her project. Oh, we're grateful, Cop, man. You're an augury of a new era of animatic dance music. The Speed Freak smiles, happier than he's ever been before. I gotta stop. I gotta slow down. You're gonna have to share space for a couple of weeks until she gets her research finished. That's fine, we can manage. He grins, excited. And you're still sure about keeping out our little side business, right? Oh, you mean the illegal drug lab? There'll be no shady shenanigans in this church. Only love and animatic dance music. Fine. He seems disappointed. We can make do. It's gonna take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple hours, maybe. Come check back later. Andre waves to the other speed freaks. Let's get moving. Oh, they took down the whole fucking tent. It's like a cell moved in too. Was that where Joyce is? Ooh. I'm pretty sure she moved to the fishing village after day 3. Like they were never there. Exactly. Leave no trace. Beautiful. See, they're already in. Damn. Alright, I'd love to spend more time with these guys, but I have to make good on the title of this video, so we're going back to the whirling. After I figure out how to get to Joyce, because that's important. We're gonna need her for other stuff later. I think she's near the village, isn't she? Yeah, I see it now. It's the one part I just don't go up to for whatever reason. There she is. Things creak beneath your weight. I'll just keep the cord late in the channel if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier. She winds the mooring line around a post. Aye, ma'am. It's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty. Hello, ma'am. Hello, detectives. She fastens the end of the line around the post and straightens her back. I love that line, by the way. It sounds like something Harry would say, which is very apt, because I'm pretty sure Joyce is just a slightly more mentally stable Harry. It's good to see you here. I only just arrived myself. What brings you here, ma'am? Nothing really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps as far as I can tell. So how do you like it here? How do I like it? Excuse me. Water. Oh, man. That was a strong one. All right. Every time I think it's over, it comes back. All right, I'll just try to tough it up. She casts her gaze toward the village, slush melting on the cinder blocks. Construction work left half finished 10 years ago. Water drips down eaves of eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background. It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. Is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there? She squints her eyes. Surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will? You should ask your questions while you can. Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull gray metal rests in her scabbard, a sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear. Fortunately for you, madam, the RCM is on the scene. Alright, politics time. Let's react. Real man, real politics, real thoughts in your head. Try not to be scared. This is just how the real city looks. Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. I'd never. She leans against the railing, looking up at the gray sky. Above you there forms a quilt of alto cumulus clouds twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay. Their clouds' shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly but perceptibly. Do you know how they discovered this place? The wind picks up, her raincoat flaps in the gust. This island? No, this Insulindian Isola. What is an isola exactly? Guessing you don't know then. No, I don't know how they discovered it. Well, your conditions left you no worse off than most of these people. Literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have placed people in oblivion of poverty. "45% is around where I operate. Things are getting better, though." "I knew you would sympathize," she nods. "Most Revacholians would never know what this place means. Our home, this island of matter, or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day." She corrects the scarf around her neck. "For now, how can I assist you in this new location?" Tell me something else, then. "Of course, I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism." Oh, wait. Did I miss the chance to talk about that? 'Cause I don't see. I don't think I have the. I'm not telling her about Everart's plans. It's exactly what he wants. Found my badge, by the way. By love, you did. She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right. Fast, observantly, like an electronic printer. She hands it back to you. Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois. Glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation's precarious. Seaweed drips from the badge in your hand. Smells of fish. Can I help you with this? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, that's my autosave. Okay. This game's autosave is not frequent at all. Hang on, I need to fix my hair. I'll come back to her another day. Hopefully I can broach that conversation topic again. Oh, wait, wrong way. I'll trek my way back to the Whirling, and then at 22-ish I will go back here because we need to get my gun back. Okay. Forgot this was a skill check. The gloves are coming on. That's the only interfacing bonus I think I got. Hold on. Gotta do the inspection. Logically, only gloves could give you an interfacing bonus, would they? Maybe the glasses? I don't know. I'm not sure why this is an interfacing check, but develop an alternative theory about the missing locusts. Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Cuno. I think a little hooligan called Cuno may have stolen the locusts. A little hooligan? What would a child want with bugs? A shadow of worry passed over the woman's face. Oh, my dear Morel, you've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects. Almost must they love to torment old folks. I'll talk to the little gremlin and see if anything comes up. Delinquents, my favorite. Doesn't sound like it's really his favorite. Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please let us know whenever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close. Well, I see you've got all the help you need. The man turns to his companions. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me. After this is your last chance to talk to Gary. Shit. Oh no. I'm not going to be able to get the topping pie. Fuck. I don't think I'll be this close to being able to get that. And you have to wait a couple days for it. Really, Gary? The woman's voice is a little shaky suddenly. We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but... Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs. Luke says tea. Well, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When the tea is done, I gotta run. Oh no, no need to apologize, Gary. You've been more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerain tea today, though. We're gonna follow this through. The first man to break formation is always a blow to leadership. This is bigger than he lets on. This is our last chance to talk to Gary. We have a endurance of 5. I'll see if this conversation works out again. Damn. Oh, it's so close. It's literally 1 point away. Nope, okay. Reloading. Thank God I saved. Alright, the title's gonna have to be clickbait because I can't do this quest until I'm able to pass that passive check. So we're gonna have to do something else. I guess we'll go back to the Ravers. You know, what would be really funny is if I did it next stream and I titled that after something I did this stream. Something down there. Musty smell of potato cellar in spring emanates from the air vent. Potatoes? What have you found? She seems anxious. And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them. I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Neha, and she's a novelty dice maker. A novelty dice maker? Her eyes widen. Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep. No, ma'am, I have felt her aura. She's not the one to blame for this curse. I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How'd she explain this curse? She looks perplexed. Before you say anything, ask yourself, is the woman really able to withstand the truth? She's squeezing on that pen too tight, a drop of blood in her palm. Just don't say you have any answer yet. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. She says there is no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. Too many inconsistencies? What kind of talk is that? The woman scoffs at you with an audible snort. Good luck persuading her. Some people can rationalize anything. As I said, she's a novelty dice maker. First, you're one of those inconsistencies. I'm not doing as well as it looks like I am. She grasps her pendant. I only have my 70s wars to thank for the protection they provide. Sheep ankle bones were actually a common precursor to dice. I think I heard about that. That's why they're that's why I think sometimes ankle bones are used as like a euphemism for dice. In Cult of the Lamb, there's a game called Knuckle Bones that I think is dice related. As I said, she's a novelty dice maker. Her business has been up and running for a long time now. Yes, because her business consists of the psychic leech that's been feeding the curse. Red blotches appear on her skin. I see that you've fallen for her manipulation, detective. The investigation is over. I just hope that you haven't been made anything worse by going in there. Ooh, that's a lot. Thank you for nothing. Please do buy some books or be on your way, she concludes, tucking the pendant away in her blouse. Wow, total psychic clap between you two right now. There's never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind. Sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. He turns to you. Can we go now? The shop around you feels ancient suddenly, damp and saturated by the coastal air. The books are rotting. A great cold lives here. And there, too, 12,000 meters away on the urban coast, the dark shape of a church is reflected on the water, calling. Farewell. We'll go to the Bravers. Hopefully they'll give us enough XP to get another level up, and then we can actually continue with the Cryptozoologist quest, like we're supposed to. Wait, where am I going? Wrong way! Cam, don't get stuck on the geometry, come on. I still don't know how this good cop bad cop number works. Like, again, is higher number good? Is higher number bad? Like, there's no slash here. Like, there's a slash there, so it's not like there's two numbers I can compare to. But there it is. For you. So. She's whistling a melody, her trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she's doing and turns to you. Hey there, she gives you a shy smile. I'm recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. Sounds traveling through the wood are pretty cool, creaks and stuff, like you're underwater, you know, but like underwater inside a tree. And yes, I'm being more like Contact Mike, alright? Don't even bring it up. But Contact Mike is... No. Shit, my back. No. She cuts you off before you can finish the sentence. I actually wanted to thank you for getting me and my friends in here. We even found some new associates, such as they are. How's everyone doing? Good, I think. Noidy's getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Suna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does. Behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much. The crab man hasn't shown himself, thank God. There we go. Alright, goodbye. Okay, I'm going to do a hard save, just in case. Did someone say topping pie? How about you deliver me a topping pie? Sure, if you want. I could hook you up with some topping pie, no problem. So how about that topping pie? I thought you'd forgotten. I happen to have one on me right now. He smiles broadly as he walks behind the bar and takes a large, flat box out of a black bag. What do you mean phrasing? What did I say? Should still be warm. What's on it? Meatless bacon, avocado, glazed figs, basil, and tiny chunks of pineapple. Ew. Topping pie. It's a pie with toppings on it. Stop being. You have a dirty mind. Sinner. Chunks of pineapple. Gross. Seasoned with lime zest, freshly ground pepper, and just a punch of paprika for the officer. What kind of devilry is this? I can taste it already. He smiles broadly. Enjoy. It's the least I can do for an officer and a union man, too. I thought you didn't like the union. Me, the sinner? Yes, it is you, the sinner. Why didn't I get... Don't you get an achievement for that? You have to eat it, okay. Also, why did you send me a screenshot of my own stream? Enjoy this topping pie in private. This huge topping pie from the Future of Food Topping Pie Company is wheat-free, vegan, and possibly still warm. Biting into it, you may taste any or all of the following: meatless bacon, avocado, figs, basil, pineapple, lime, pepper, and paprika. Because it was the moment you got that cool dialogue and consistency. Oh, thank you. That's very thoughtful. I think there's a similar thing where if you're doing quests without Kim, like if you send him away and he's not in your party, people will still address you as officers because they assume that you still have Kim in your party. Okay, let's eat the pie. The super fancy topping pie is waiting for you to dig in. Eating this pie will almost certainly make you less of a man. What were you thinking, agreeing to take a wheat-free, meat-free pie from that sleazy bastard? Hey Cam, share this topping pie with me? No, thank you. Don't you ever eat? Lieutenant Cross disarms. Food of my choice on my own schedule. Alright, fine. More for me. It's an unexpectedly pleasing combination of flavors and textures. Salty crunch of meatless bacon, butteriness of avocado, sweet bursts of pineapple and fig tempered by the pungency of basil, with a kick from the pepper, paprika, and lime. You have to admit, even the wheat-free crust is pretty good. There we go, I got it. Gluten-free topping pie, next you're cutting out carbs. Even such a profound experience of topping pie has to come to an end, though. Soon you have nothing but flour in your hands. Oh wait, hang on. We have to do the thing we intended to do at the start of the stream. Hold on. Now I don't care if Gary goes away. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to get the green ape pen from Lena, which triggers some funny dialogue later, apparently. Because you had to answer a question correctly at the beginning and I didn't. Also, apparently, you can ask Gary about Zeolite conspiracy theories, and he tells you like they have some kind of spy network or some shit. But I think you have to be a part of the fascist vision quest for that, so I'm not going to pursue any of that. Excuse me. Okay, we'll flip through this. It's interesting because I expect him to be open-minded when it comes to food. Honestly, not surprising for me. There's a similar interaction, I think, if you manage to get Gaston's sandwich from him, which I didn't do because it pisses him off, and I'm too sensitive. You can offer to share it with Kim, and he says no, and if you can be insistent, and it's a really funny interaction. Okay, what were we doing next? Oh yeah, talking to Kuno. I keep losing my fucking train of thought. Fuck does Kuno care? The boy turns to you. He doesn't care. Also kind of interesting how Gary doesn't have a problem with vegans. I mean... when you think about it, it kind of is in character for someone who's a crypto-fascist because Hitler himself was an animal welfare guy. So, not totally weird, I guess. Or maybe he just doesn't have a problem with this specific case because he's making money off it. I don't know. Who would happen to know anything about any missing locusts? No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs. So he knows locusts are bugs. Oh my god. The little one seems distraught. I told you that shit is lame. Shut up, C. I'm gonna take you to lame prison. Sounds like she's about to cry out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness. Now hold on, no one is lame here. Just tell me what happened. Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up. Kuno's not gonna say anything about his lawyer present. Smartest thing Kuno has ever said. Holy shit. There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack? You should check it out. I may or may not have gotten this already, but... ooh, bucket. Hold on. Okay. You bastards. Unreachable bucket. Oh, we're getting somewhere. I'm gonna let this play out. Where are you pathing to, buddy? Oh, there's Kim. How do we reach that mythical bucket? Who the fuck knows? Ooh, ooh, he's still going. Nope. Yep, we're fucked. Guess we'll never know what's in the bucket. Look at my health. That's 6 endurance is really good. Wait, did I already interact with the thing, or? It looks like all the interaction things are gone. You hear the fucking locusts. Let's see if I talk to him again. Kino, let's talk about your shack again. Okay, now I'm actually... Now I'm actually confused. Hold on. What the fuck? There's no I can't interact with anything here. Ooh, hang on. No. Check if there are any thought bubbles. Ah, here we go. It's crawling with locusts in here. I never click on the bubbles. I think you keep doing that. All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud dotted with little holes for windows. Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case. The lieutenant looks around, writes something in his notebook, and turns to you. Of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a subcase of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well. Yes, precisely what I was thinking. He nods. I feel like we are nearing a real breakthrough. Think the Insulinian phasma is nearby? If anything, the presence of locusts points to the opposite. The phasma did not take the bait from the traps. It was Cuno. The phasma doesn't exist. He shrugs, but what do I know? We should talk to Cuno about this, get him to stop. I'll let you handle the Cuno side of things. You're doing just fine. Alright. I know you took the locusts from the traps the Cryptozoologists set up. Yeah, he says slowly, meeting your gaze with sullen defiance. Cuno took the bugs. So what? So it wasn't the phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you. You say you don't give a fuck about bugs, and then you go and build a whole bug town. It's not Bug Town. It's the city of locusts, he says, enunciating every syllable. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends. Stop! She wails from behind the fence, and then buries her face in her hands. You stop. You stop. It's like that fucking night. Locust City. Night City. City of Rage. The girl forced herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from her discomfort. The lameness is causing her physical pain. The damage may be permanent. What, are you some kind of artist now? Maybe I am, he says, looking you straight in the eye. Did you just say I? Cuno usually calls Cuno Cuno. Oh, did I hear you right? You said I. Cuno made Cuno. Cuno says whatever the fuck he wants. There are no rules here, pig. He steps closer. I fucking say I when I wanna, and Cuno when I wanna. Cuno's free. Cuno's free to fucking die, bitch. That's what he sometimes does when things get tense. That's great, Cuno. It's cool to make art. Oh my god, Cuno. He's gonna make you totally lame in like 3 seconds. Don't let him, Cuno. Yo, fuck you, see. Cuno can be what Cuno wants to be. Cuno's his own man. Cuno's free. He tears at the buttons of his shirt trying to rip them open. They don't give way. Cuno made himself into Cuno. Cuno can make himself into anything. Cuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Cuno can make himself into a flowbird. Cuno doesn't give a shit. Weird flex, but okay. Don't make yourself into a pig, Cuno. You'll have to take me away. A leaden silence fills the yard. In it, you hear snow melting, dripping from the eaves. Someone closing a window. That depends on the choices you make, young girl. Without a word, she disappears entirely behind the fence. For once, the boy is lost for words. He's turned completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face. Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation. And you just stop taking locusts from... And you just stop taking locusts from the traps. The cryptozoologists are trying to find something very important. Those locusts are bait. I don't give a shit. I don't need a locust anyway. Shit's all lame now. He turns toward the fence. See, he was right. Ghost's face appears again above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno. I have to ask, what does City of Locusts mean? Don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck. Turns his face up to the heavens. Pig, he says finally, lowering his gaze to meet yours. You really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno Cities. Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame. It's gonna happen to Locust. Kuno's gonna let the fucking Locust die. Oh. Oh, Kuno, he's just like, I don't care if you're gay, just don't become a cop. Kind of based, actually, I'll admit. Okay, now that that's settled, I'd better be off. The fuck are you trying to catch anyway? He asked before he leave. For the traps. The insulating phasmid. He mutters to himself. You recognize the name. Wait, you know what the insulating phasmid is? Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit, he says angrily. Fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit. There's silence between the two children. They're not saying anything to each other, nor looking in each other's direction. Yeah, she's not gonna be conversational. Okay, cryptozoologist. Hey. I had a chat with this kid Kuno. He promised to stop stealing the locusts. So it was just a child. Pursed his lips, crestfallen. Thank you for telling us, sweetie. She turns to smile gently up at her husband. This is good news, right? It means we can try again. Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing locust. It's something else. Yes, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time, and then maybe we can... The aging cryptozoologist breaks into a hideous coughing fit. I'm interested in this line from Volition here. I'm wondering what that is. He has a 38-degree fever. His resilience is giving way. Oh, I guess it's that. That's what it is. She looks at him with tender concern. Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home? You're right. You're right. He breathes carefully, not to start coughing again. We can come back next season when it's warmer. There won't be a next season, not for this. Find the phasmid are meant to feed people. More cardio? Let's do this. We've come too far to quit. I'm gonna restock the trap. Let's do this. We're getting really carried away with this, aren't we? He makes a show of suppressing a sigh. Fine, it's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast, but after this... Really, it's too much, officer. He starts coughing again. What Morella means is we're grateful for your help. She nods to her husband. You're a fresh batch of locusts. Yeah, my hands are full of locusts. You should slide right down the funnel, and thank you again. We will definitely mention you. You should should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but... Wow, co-discovery? You'd be famous. You showed them all. This does tingle the pleasure center. This would show them all. We need to get you on that list of discoveries, no question about that. I'm just gonna look. Alright, yeah, I think we're fine. The trick is to remember which one. Yeah, which trap was empty again? Was it the one by the water lock? I think. I think it was this one. Fuck. Here we go. This was the one. Fantastic. The lieutenant looks at the familiar contraption and shrugs. Release the locust into the empty trap. The locust days from being transported slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here. Good, now that's done. When do you think we'll return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? He stopped you. Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question. He doesn't want to, but if there is one more cryptozoological runaround, he must force the investigation back on track. This better be it. Alright, that's enough fun times, I guess. Back to the ravers. Let's check the time, actually. How much more? Yeah, we can keep going. Let's make at least an hour and a half. Wait, where the fuck am I going? Ugh. Wrong way again. I just pop off and I keep on moving. Okay, we gotta fix this jam. The Lord Church, the place to be. Make some noise, my church people. Large speakers are set up behind the young man blasting a familiar song. Vibrations thump through your blue soul. Music sounds much better in the church. A hawthorn tree on Rue de St. Ghislaine. Tangled in its branches, something bronze flutters in the wind. He stands on stage behind a table, nodding along to the music and waving his hand in the air. In front of him, the audio mixer, one reel spinning. The other reel deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither. On one side, you see an auxiliary line in with the number 4.5 written next to it. How do you like it in the church? Yeah! Back on the case, no disgrace! He pumps his fist in the air. Bring it down to party place! The first page of the second chapter! His voice echoes all around the grand hall. Wait, hang on. Have I read this yet? Hang on, I gotta get out of this fucking dialogue tree. Yeah, let's talk to Suna. Yes, what is it? She doesn't look up from the keyboard. How's the project going? I see that your neighbors are moving, but all I hear is animatic dance music. What? She leans closer, eyes knit together in a puzzled expression. What'd you say? You can barely hear her over the thumping bass of animatic dance music. But there's no bass. We don't have the bass yet. I said, how's the project going? I can't hear you, she shouts, pointing at the enormous speaker that's turning out the sound. The music is too loud. The project, how is it going? Oh, the project! Her face lights up for a second before she gives you an exaggerated head shake. It's not going well! Why? There's that guy, she points at Egghead, who's raving behind his turntables on a brightly lit stage. I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so I can route the audio signal through the mixer and the speakers. Why don't you just ask him? He doesn't listen to me. He only ever seems to care about hardcore and yakogata, a place to be, apparently. I'll speak to him, see what I can do. Thanks. He can get through his magic rhymes. She just jazz hands to mock him. Let me know how it goes. How'd that 2mm hole? Nothing. Eat the poor! Yeah! He waves his hands in the air. Hardcore! The words echo magnificently throughout the nave. The nave. Egg, can you please route Suna's signal through your speakers? To the Mega, yeah! He gets serious. I can route it through auxiliary. What kind of cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5? 3.5, no doubt about it. It's on the ground. Oh, she uses 3.5. Uncomfortable pause follows. Yeah, the auxiliary line is a 4.5mm. Those two don't mix. Oh no. The lieutenant closes his eyes. We're gonna be in this church forever. Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here. He searches for the cable on the ground and picks it up, looking at the jack. Hang on, this is a 4.5. We're all good people. With a grin, he sticks the plug into the auxiliary line and you hear a satisfying click. Suna didn't know what the difference between a fucking 3.5 and a 4.5. Classic programmer. Great, someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off, please? Egg, the music. Everybody, don't panic. I'm just going to turn off the audio for just a sec. The young man shouts as he clicks the switch on the speaker. For a special scheduled event. The audio will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. He turns to you. Alright, go tell Egghead. Go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes, and then I'll turn off the music. Goodbye, Egg. Okay. Oh, that split-second pause when it loops. Alright, I talked to Egghead. He plugged in the cable. You can now unmute your speakers. Okay, but she seems hesitant. Her eyes still fixed on Egghead. Thinking to ask him to turn the volume down a bit just in case. Maximum! Shouts Egghead, a great smile still adorning his face, larger than a red dwarf star. Maximum is the only way! I know it is, but can you please turn it down just this instance, just this one time? Maximum is not the only way, okay? Pump it to the brick, pump it to the hard master. There is no other way. Glue style. Internally coherent. See? She turns to face you, ready to give up. He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless. Why do you want to turn on the volume? Because I'm afraid that something might happen. It's an unknown phenomenon. He turns to Egghead. We can always turn it back up if there's need. Can't turn down the hardcore. I think what Egghead is trying to say is that the volume button is stuck on maximum. Of course it is. She shrugs, consigned to her fate. Yeah! Permanent enlightenment. Ray of sound. Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm gonna unmute the speakers on the count of 5. Everyone ready? She looks around the church. Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop. Born ready, says Andre. Ready, yells Noid. Ready if you two are, detectives. Lieutenant nods stoically. Suddenly your palms are sweaty. The church seems cold and large somehow. There's tightness in your chest. Anxiety. Ignore it. Ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged. She lifts her hand from the keyboard. Complete silence fills the room. No wind outside. No waves. No floorboards creaking. Total continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls. In silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate. It's out there now in the world, made manifest. It'll devour everything. The floorboards, the glass, the streets, and the people. Nothing will remain. Guys, what's going on? There's alarm in the man's voice as he steps back to scan the surroundings. A slight rattle like crystal clattering in the cupboard fills the air, joining the chorus. It's getting louder, says Noid, his eyes riveted on the strange circle of water basins. In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling. Hosanna! Mother of the Mega! You hear Egghead yell, and something else, but his voice is growing faint. In his mind, a tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing entire coastlines on its way. Salvation. He's peaking. The worst high he's ever been on. Yeah, what's that weird rattling sound? The beauty and the beat. The future of dance. Planetary. No, Egg, it's the window. His picture makes him look like he's going Super Saiyan. He is. He's going hardcore. The glass shards around the Dolores Day's vacant heart appear to be vibrating from the sound. It almost looks as if she's alive. In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside cautiously, his eyes searching for a possible evacuation route. When is it going to come down? No, the roof! She looks up, a screech fills the air, a scream of wooden nails. The pillars of the church are twisting and creaking above and around you. Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark. Come down to us, love! Below it all, the base grows like the jaws of a giant compressor gnawing on metal and wood. It does not sound benevolent at all. It's shaking at the building's foundation. The floor twists. A great pulse arouses in your flesh. That's it. I'm muting it. She reaches for the keyboard. Oh, I want to dance with somebody! Oh, I want to feel the heat with somebody! Shit, it doesn't stop. The woman is furiously pressing down on her keyboard. The sound doesn't stop. Estelle, have you Yes, I turned it off, she yells, holding the contact mic in her hand. Andre, pull the compressor. The place is gonna come down. Fuck. Andre frantically smashes buttons. I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here. It's... This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down. Egghead, whatever you do, don't stop it. But then it stops. Totally and utterly as if it never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector. Egg. I pulled the plug, he says calmly. It was getting too hardcore. You did good, Egg. Andre breathes a sigh of relief and inspects the window. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady. Tell me you're recording that. 4 years. The woman whispers. 22 people, millions of rails. All that time, this is what we were up against? Just erased it. Her lip trembles. Sulislaw isn't going to believe this. Yeah, but did you record it, though? It was dope. I think we can use it. Yes, Andre. She composed herself, wipes the dust off her sweater, and rests her hands on the keyboard. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now. Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. She turns to you. I don't know what we discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start. Kim, did you hear that? It was very hard not to. I think you're right. Turns to the woman. There is something going on here, and you need to be very careful with it. I promise, officer, we will not play it again. What was that? I never heard anything like that. It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically, theoretically. She shakes her head. I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like this. Her voice seems muffled in the silent church, as your ears adjusting after the exposure. You're going to write Sulislaw? Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers, if they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear. It wasn't her fault, or theirs. They need to hear about this. Don't worry. I won't send the recording. Well, I doubt they have speakers produce the frequency anyway. That was now. Are you gonna... Stay here. She cuts you off. Her deft finger is already on the keyboard. You're gonna stay here with these lunatics, send letters, maybe meet Sulislaw. Also devise further measurements. I want you to know that's totally chill with us. I don't care, she blurts, then reconsiders. But thank you anyway. That's the best she can manage for Andre. It's quite a lot in truth. For her, at least. Now, her hands move onto the keyboard. I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this, or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind. Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez. He breathes out, trying to shake off tension, instead of demolishing it with loud bass noises of unknown origins. Woo! Yeah, that's bad. Some tiny hard thing lets go in your stomach. You're still alive. Still breathing. Didn't I get a thought? Arno Van Eyck, yeah. The question won't leave you. Why did the melody line from a broken and discarded tape fit perfectly into a song played by some speed freaks in a frozen tent? Can it be a coincidence? Maybe it's the hand of the man-machine himself in his attempt to craft a perfect song. Maybe Egghead is actually Arno Van Eyck in disguise? Eek? Egg? Okay. Alright, I gotta... Roundabout. It's time, once again, to return to the 20 things you like to say about Contact Mike, the boxer who is, apparently, a paragon of open competition. It really doesn't get any better than this. Any better. Both inside and outside the ring. Stop. Point at someone. Someone in the distance. Point your finger at him. He will point his finger back at you, vaulting an impassable gulf of finance and privilege to... Let's figure it out. This'll debuff me for a while, yeah. Worth it. Actually, I'm going to... Yes, let's read a book about communism, why not? The leading intellectual organ of Martinet's communism offers a radical Mazovian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylized portrait of the late King Frizzle with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head. The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Frizzle. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread through the corners of the cover. Why Frizzle? Because Frizzle was incompetent, frivolous, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see. Flip through the page to see what catches your eye. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. There's column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After riffling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note. Read the editor's note. Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism. But like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of growing à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon feed their reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors. Play it cool, pretending everything's in order. Flip back to the front of the magazine. International developments. This section includes a long tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the Ebus nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Mess-Messenia border. Something about bear wrestling in Samara, book rights in Yugograd. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are. You flip back to the front of the magazine, the table of contents unfolds before you. What's Kunst und Kultur? It takes a moment, but it gradually dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur means arts and culture. As you leaf through the section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as C.S. Lewis. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tourney, a critical Mazovian perspective. The Tip Top Tourney is an inter-isolary racing series mostly known for its high speed, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll. In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel and Racing Circuit. Sorry. Read the profile of CS. This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all briefer by a subject's evident hostility to her interviewer. It certainly sounds like a certain delinquent youth who likes to harass you from her balcony. Huh, CS? Cindy? The Skull? Okay, yeah. You don't need to be a detective to put that together. Also, I just noticed that Authority has, like, tiny little pupils. Did you notice that? Look at that. Holy shit. Okay. Alright, let's see what these communists have to say about Tip Top. You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tourney. What's wrong with Tip Top, apart from people dying? Oh, where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships. Then there's practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. Is this just NASCAR? Is this what this is? This is NASCAR, isn't it? So all of it, basically. Who wrote this stuff? Oddly enough, the article has two bylines: Nasteb and Clara Bernal and Exless Bouquet. What's so bad about sponsorships? Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers, your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes or even a Freet. Right, but then you get to see them crash. And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for. No, I'm pretty sure I like it for the racing. Sure, you think that, but subconsciously it's the visions of brand names being engulfed in flames that you crave. I don't think that's it, man. This flimsy magazine is right. Deep down, you know the only true stakes are life and glory or death by fiery dismemberment. Guess I never thought about that much. That's because you haven't been reading critically. But don't worry, the whole point of these sorts of articles is to let someone else read critically for you. Kim, this article says that no one really watches Tip Talk Tourney for the races. Oh, come on, can this article read your mind? It seems to think so. Lieutenant sighs. A certain kind of young man reads 1 or 2 books and suddenly thinks he understands secret structures of reality. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I'd take whatever they write with a large grain of salt. You know what? That's basically my take on that. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim, for basically being me. You flip back to the front of the magazine, blah blah. Local concerns. Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. Not surprising. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines, the city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer G. Martin accusing the owner of the Capeside apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent. I mean, yeah. Or for Wild Pines, all those moochers would be out of a job. According to these editorials, private enterprise is simply a means of organizing labor that would already happen regardless. Goes on to call Wild Pines a nightmarish transnational leech, sucking the life from the laboring classes of Martinez. You flip back to the front, put it away. Okay, that did enough. $5,001 rank outsider. No one saw it coming. The mantle of a game changer demands intangible qualities. Fights are not won, you're thinking. Instead of doing detective work right... You're thinking, instead of doing... Let me try again. The mantle of a game changer demands intangible qualities. Fights are not won, you're thinking, instead of doing detective work right now. Fights are made, blow by blow. Let's take it mic to the Mikey. Some low-intensity part of you has entered a sports cliche-driven fugue state. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Also, Mike knew what it took to win. He just wanted more. Sorry. There we go, since you said I had to internalize the Mike thought, and there it goes. $2,200. Yeah, let's go. I'm getting me gun back. I'm gonna send Kim off to take the body. Beams are splintered, the bridge didn't collapse on its own, artillery broke it. Should be around here. It is. Yep. Okay. Put your hands where I can see them. The aging woman under a mountain of police paraphernalia mumbles to herself, then notices you and reaches for the megaphone. Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands right now. She screams at the megaphone. Show me your hands right now. Wee woo, wee woo. Scavenged battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand. Madam, please drop the firearm immediately. You shouldn't be here. Something's very wrong with her. She's completely out of control. Easy, ma'am. Take it easy. Failure to comply. Suspect is... Sorry. Failure to comply. Suspect is displaying aggression. Officer under duress. Officer under duress. I am the police. Don't move. Don't move. Hands to your head. Suspect is armed and dangerous. Ma'am, I need you to calm down. We just want to talk. Lateral vascular neck restraint. Carotid sleeper. Carotid sleeper. Critically reducing blood from passing through the neck of the suspect. Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off. Ugh. Please identify yourself, ma'am. Wait, this is dangerous. You're 70% certain you always leave your gun loaded. Okay. Well, when have I ever been right about anything? Please identify yourself, ma'am. It's the goddamn police, shitbag! She yells into her megaphone. Hug the pavement, you're under arrest! We can solve this piece. As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine? Or drugs? Are you on drugs? Confiscated contraband! The megaphone makes her voice almost painfully metallic. Restricted access. 2 kilos missing. Eyewitness report compromised. I don't think she's on drugs, the lieutenant whispers. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here. Yeah, I think the problem is she has to have enough drugs. We can solve this peacefully. Please lower the weapon. Officer in need of assistance. Her eyes dart between you and Kim. Suspect at large. Get on the ground. Ma'am, please. The lieutenant is trying to maintain eye contact. I want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon. Let's just talk, alright? Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the shot. Her head snaps at you. Big red key. Big red key. Big red key? It's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know this. You're not the police. We are the police. Back up. She lowers the megaphone halfway, but immediately raises it again and screams. Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed. Lieutenant, baby, no, I'm not gonna do that. Lieutenant W. Frater Harry Dubois, Freight First Precinct. This is my partner, Lieutenant Kitsuragi from the 57th. No, the crazed woman mumbles, shaking her head. No. I thought Mr. Moran. Garrett. Suddenly, she raises the megaphone and screams. Aggravated assault. Man down. Officers in pursuit. What's the situation? Lieutenant hesitates, arresting the woman. Officer? Law enforcement compromised. She screams in the megaphone. Red and blue lights illuminate the spit flying everywhere. Impersonating a police officer. Does she not believe you two are actually police officers? Yeah, I'm in full RCM lieutenant's uniform, and look at my partner. We're cops, alright. License and registration. She repeatedly bashes the megaphone against her head and screams in the bloody mouthpiece. License and registration. Come and dispatch. Sector Azimuth. It's not a code, just disjointed words. She's losing it. One twitch and there will be blood. Yeah, we can't leave. We can't leave a delirious civilian. We can't leave a delirious civilian's pointing a firearm at us. Your firearm. You need to solve this. Yeah. Okay. Do or die, I guess. Time to get my gun. She's frantic, confused, teetering under all that gear. There's an opening if you just move fast enough. If not, the lieutenant's got her in his sights. Host almighty, don't count on that. You saw the binocular can't shoot for shit. I know myself. I know I'm gonna fail. Sure, you're you, but how do we end this? She's not gonna let you leave. What do I do? I actually have no fucking idea, dude. I'm 70% sure I keep it loaded, so... I did fail the check, also. Just go for it. No. Gun, I'm coming. Suicide by cop. Split-second decision. Eat lead, scumbag. God, the lieutenant exhales loudly and uses his offhand to wipe his forehead. I almost blew her head off. Ugh. What is this? The old woman looks at the treacherous weapon. This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. The gun lands on the wooden plates and tears run down her scratched cheeks. Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this? Grab the gun. Right now. This might be your only chance. Pick up the gun. No one ever cares anymore. Her voice is growing fainter as she rocks back and forth slowly. Why do they cheat me like this? Poor woman. Lieutenant holsters his pistol. We need to figure out what to do with her now. Nobody's ever around. The old woman mumbles, staring blank at the boardwalk. Nobody ever comes to visit me. Anything's happening to her. She's in a stupor, the lieutenant replies, expecting the catatonic woman standing in the dark. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this. I know she liked this in the first place. Yeah, I know. You can talk to her again to get her hat. Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. He lowers his voice. Dementia in Channel 8. And loneliness. Yeah, this is what happens when you listen to too many cop shows on the radio. There's a bit more to this than that, the lieutenant disagrees, but right now we need to decide what to do with her. Should we just arrest her? I don't think there's any need for that in her current state, and without the gun, she really isn't a threat to anyone. Could let Titus know this is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family. I don't want to endorse the Hardy Boys' inflated sense of self-worth. They're not cops, we are. Oh, wait, shit, no. Actually, I didn't think that would... Oh. Okay, he nods. That settles it. I'll contact my station after we wrap it up for the day. They can contact the sanitarium and handle logistics. I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done. As he turned to leave, the faintest of voices comes from the woman. Please leave the radio on, she mutters. It seems like a reflex, a half-remembered sentence. She stands motionless, just a heap of clothes and flashes now. Maybe search her once more. Okay. You can get another task to talk to Titus Hardy about that. I did actually want to do that, but, you know, no. Whatever. Where are the guys? The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under a mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? There were narcotics in there, too. You're thinking of taking them? Do. Pick up the RCM cap. She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Oh, is that yours? It's hard to say. Been so long since you wore yours. Think so. Lieutenant nods. Confiscate the narcotics. Wink. Took the file of pyrohodolium and the bottle of speed as evidence, obviously. Lieutenant coughs. You're taking those, are you? Listen to him for once. I'm confiscating these as evidence. Sure, Lieutenant gives you his usual firm stare. I guess that's fine. Leave her be. Do you want to take them? Will that make you feel better? Nope. Okay. Yeah, don't say shit. Cap is sturdy and comfortable and seems to retain its form very well. Fits you perfectly. The inside of it smells like cheap tobacco and typewritering. Feels familiar somehow. Perhaps it too is yours. Though how the pigs got it is a mystery. Ah, damn it. I had permanent speed on. Ah. I had permanent run. I messed it up. Oh. Alright, whatever. We're gonna go take the body. The offer back at the beginning. Yeah, I know. I forgot this game can be inconsistently rigid sometimes. Let's get this fucking body out. Let's bag and Kim take him away. Alright, he takes out a shiny black body bag and starts pulling the plastic over the dead man's face. Need a little help carrying him? You take the hands, I'll take the legs. Bag the corpse and drag it to the garage. And there goes Kim. Now there's some stuff we can do. Firstly, I'm going to go over here. Unplug the bear fridge. There you go. Now it's not costing that company money anymore. And there go Lena and Gary. No, wait, Morel and Gary. I restocked the empty trap. Where's Morel? Thank you for doing that, dear. She manages to smile for you. Her smile is weary. Her earlier ebullience has left her. Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. She looks down at her hands. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him. Only the hardcore players left, huh? Yes, she smiles a cautious smile. Field work is a young person's game, as they say. So who's going to check the traps? Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps. Come so far, you can't leave those locusts there waiting on the ghost read with no one to witness when it appears. I'll take care of it. That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself. Fuck that cough, it's not happening. The insides of your lungs are lined with tobacco, a powerful antibacterial agent. You are unstoppable. Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up. Lena, what's wrong? You seem different. Different how? The half moons of her glasses reflect you as she looks up at you. You gotta tell me the whole story. I'm not... It's not that... She doesn't know how to end the sentence. What is it? It's a strange feeling. She looks down, biting her lower lip. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer. And when a police officer asks, you must answer. You ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream? Seeing the Insulinian phasm was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not. But Morel told me you've seen it. You also told me. Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone. A terrible sting in the heart. Regret. Are you saying you made it up? No. At least I don't think I did. But Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasm's existence. I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists that... For years his belief made me believe too. Oh shit. Oh no. I didn't prepare for this. Now we're both getting old and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds, looking for it. She shakes her head, unable to meet your eyes. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was. Thing is, you're not sure you made it up either. Not sure of anything. She looks out the window. Sometimes I still see it, you know, the real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart. Rising, unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer's day like a benevolent god. Either way, I should go. Poor Morella's running a fever. I need to get to him home to Jamrock before he overstay our welcome with Gary. You sure you don't need help getting to Gary's? Oh, no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This whole thing is gas-powered. She taps her chair, and then taxi home. It's not so bad. You do that. I'll check the traps one more time. Oh, sweetie. She looks at you worried. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel. No one can stop you from finding the phasmid. Can I have your address just in case there's news? Okay, it's 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jamrock, but a sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it. Be careful out there, Lena. You too, sweetie. She flicks a switch, the engine on her chair turns on with a whir. Thank you for everything, truly, even though it turned out to be a sentence remains unfinished. A waste of time, a dream, a fool's hope, say her lips moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, the cold coastal wind blows. Oh wow, she just left. Somewhere out there, a kilometer to the southeast, a gust of wind shakes the felled building, rattling dusty windows, beckoning with strange coldness, to ask the wind once more. Okay, where's my safe? Wow, it's really all the way back there. Like, all the way back there. Holy shit. Okay, well, I thought I would have been able to go back to that check again. Oh, well, fuck. And I can't get the... Oh, and I can't get the rundown in reality from Joyce because I didn't... Oh, fuck. That was a real big fuck up. Holy shit. Wasn't it a red check? Yeah, it was, but I thought I would have been able to, like, leave and then come back like the other red checks. As long as I didn't try it first. It's like, ugh. And there's another dialogue option with Joyce you can get if you tell her you've lost your memory. And I wanted to do it since Kim wasn't there. And you wouldn't think I was fucking weird. Fuck. Oh, that was bad. Yeah, literally the... Oh, God. So it's all the way back there. Yeah, we're definitely, that's a whole fucking hour back, dude. Okay, well, we just lost out on a bunch of interesting shit that could have been fun to do, but, you know. And we can't learn about the pail from Joyce. So now we're not going to be able to learn about the fucking 2mm hole. Like, pretty much all of the lore that I wanted to discover is gone. Shit. Hold on. Well, there's most of what I wanted to do. Is there something else? Oh yeah, I was gonna go over and see if there was anything else there. Oh yeah, now you fucking auto-save, fuck you. I mean, is there literally any other way to learn about the pail aside from Joyce? Because I'm pretty sure it's like the only way to do it. Like, yeah, I think you have to get that information in order to help Suna with whatever the fuck was going on in the church. There's a good chance he'll still get more. Yeah, but I wanted to pass the quest I was trying to work for. That was the issue. That was the thing. Whatever. Second playthrough. At least you can still talk to the Joyce because she never sleeps. Yeah, there's really nothing else. You're on a boat. Well, technically speaking, I'm not on it right now. She looks at the sloop and the waves. Not a lot of people on boats, are there? Of course there are. She looks around. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? You mean archipelago? I mean, we're on Lake Caillou, aren't we not? She raised her brow. Technically, the neighboring Ozone and Face-à-la-Mer islands are archipelagos, while Lake Caillou, by contrast, is a single fertile landmass. The fourth largest island in the world. It's not an archipelago. Yeah, I thought Lake Caillou was one big island. Okay, she gives you a crooked smile. If you want to get technical, the point is we're all on islands here, and sail is still the most expedient way to get from one island to another, especially when you're in a hurry to resolve a strike. Still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kinema motor carriage either. That's not mine. It belongs to my partner, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. No matter whose it is, a motor carriage is just a tool. You need to do your job as I do mine. It's just a means of getting where you need to go. Let it be. In any case, she takes a sip from her thermal cup. You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around this boat because she's rich. Why? Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down. I'm coming off like I'm envious. I'm not. You're not? Okay, then just keep on admiring the boat then, unburdened by envy. I love that. Right? She's like, oh, you're not mad? Okay, never mind then. And that healed my morale. That's very good. Does she have a name? The boat? No, it is called Cor de Late 19 because that's the type of sloop it is. The word it feels strange. Such a beautiful boat deserves a proper name. A breeze ripples through the sails and tugs at your hair. Below the sleek fish-like shape of the hull parts the water. Beneath that, a resounding darkness. You're reminded of something or someone. Cool, but your boat really needs a name. Okay, how about Cor de Late 19? Why? She taps on the side of the boat and makes a hollow sound. Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cor de Late and its hull is 19 paces long. How about the sleek fish? What? Because it's sleek and fish-like? A smirk passed her face. I think I'll stick with the factory name, but thank you. Okay, but what kind of boat is it? It's a pleasure craft, a 19-pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business. How do you like it? My sloop? I like it a lot. Her lips curl into a wry smile. It's the Eel's Hips, baby. Hey, that's a name. Do you have a license for this boat? Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator. The crowns of her teeth are porcelain white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license? Yeah, that's good enough for me. Why wouldn't it be? This is Revachol, Wayfarer Act and all. Anyone can drive a boat. That is true. Is there anything else I want? Yes, Clausy. Okay, yes. Kim's not around. That'll be our last thing, and then we will end it because we're coming up on 2 hours. Well, actually, we'll talk to Clausy, and then we will end the day, and then I will end it up, and I will stop it when I wake up. I think that's good. Pretty sure you still get the info about the pail, but from who? I'm pretty sure I kind of looked it up beforehand, and I think that's like the route. Whatever. At least we'll still get the base. That's what's important. Close the door on her cup. There should be like dried maybells. No? I thought there was like something on the ground near. Now that Kim isn't here, let's talk about Sunday night. Ah, yes, she pours herself some more coffee. How much coffee do you have? The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you that you're a police officer. It's one of the first things I remember doing in ELYSIUM. Wow, she nods. ELYSIUM. You don't hear that term often. Did you hear something? Sunday night from my room? It was the usual ruckus. She nods. Loud disco music. Did I have any visitors? Can't say. Probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo. You mentioned loud disco music? Oh yeah, various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them. She arches her eyebrow, waiting for it to connect with you. Oh, that. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, I said about oh, the better. Or huge where I came from. I was very young then, of course, like 7. Life gets hard, she says, half singing, but we go on. Most just guitar, doesn't it? It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace. What happened? I like this bit of dialogue, by the way. I wonder what that means. What the fuck happened with oh? A slow, sad song started playing like organ music on repeat. It went on for quite a while. Some of that time you were yelling along to it. What was I singing? That doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sound like a wounded boar, sir. It's hard to understand what you were singing on top of it. And what happened? You started screaming and trashed the place. You sure it wasn't being assaulted? No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. She takes a sip of her coffee and smiles. A window was smashed, the tape player probably, the song stopped, and furniture too. A real destructathon. There was screaming, and then I think you passed out. Please tell me there wasn't anything else. There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5, she nods, and that was it. Thank you. No problem, sir. Alright, back to me room. Just sucking down those tasty, tasty cancer sticks. Dude, between all that nicotine and all the caffeine she's having, she's gonna be fucking wired to shit. Like, she's gonna be buzzing. Can't see into the house from this angle. Time to call it a day. I sleep with my multi-tool, yes. Oh, hello, fourth person who joined. We're about to end, actually. It's been going on a bit while. The bed underneath you is soft if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep. Oh, they just left. Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, then tightening around you, it digs into your brain. Dark shore, my ass. I know what this is. How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately? This bastard isn't even listening to you. Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people and then forgets about it. Wait, what? We killed someone? Hang on. Or is this just guilt about us being a cop? Because we have like a comparatively low kill count for our police department. Okay, so I'm a murderer and that's bad. Hear that? He doesn't even flinch. Iceman doesn't care about killing people. That's nothing to him. Black water in the fridge, the thing he's really scared of, is much, much worse than that. What is it? Don't tell him, sister. It's too bad. They're right. This is their function, to keep you from it. Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. Can almost see the dark. We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices, and tremors are all just distractions. Flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them all. The last dream? The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We'll be dormant. You'll be naked and alone. Her face forms in summertime. In hell and ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later in front of the video rental. Some warm breath on your face again. Everything's okay again. Everything is so okay. It doesn't sound like it'll be okay. Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring. The last thought in your head before waking is, you need to go to the church. I literally spent a few seconds having an existential crisis in our chair after we wake up. You know, good way to start the day. Alright. Oh man. 0.5% players got the topping pie. I am a fucking genius. You know what? I fucked up a little bit at the end there, but we got the topping pie first playthrough. That is an accomplishment, I will say. So, thanks for coming all. Good night. God bless. All that other stuff I just said. And yeah. See you another time. We'll probably go back to Pacific Drive for a bit. I might just alternate for a little bit, you know? See how it feels. Anyway, that's all for now.